Hey, what's up everybody? Enan here from Droid Mania, and today I've got a highly requested video for the Whitestone Dome Glass review. It's a tempered glass for the Galaxy S8, S8 Plus. I hadn't planned on doing this video today, but I was actually quite surprised, and so I had to get on here right away and share this with you. So make sure that you stick around to the end of the video after the installation so that you can see what this protector is all about. As you can see, the packaging's pretty big here, and you actually get a lot of things inside of this box. First up, we have what looks like a magic mouse, and I'm sure you guys are thinking that as well, because that's the first thing I thought when I saw this. But this is actually a UV light. Next, you've got a USB cable here. There's no wall adapter included here, so if you need that, get that handy before you start the install. There's two alignment bars that are included here. One's for the top of the phone and one's for the bottom. We've got a full set of detailed instructions, and make sure that you understand the parts that are included here and involved in the install, but also that you read through the installation instructions before you actually try this. Next, we actually have the tempered glass. There's a couple of things I want to point out about this. One, there's no noticeable glue here. Two, it's curved. And three, it's clear. You'll also find an installation kit with alcohol pads, a microfiber cloth, and a level, but we'll set that to the side for now. Inside of the bottom tray, you'll find a bushing as well as the adhesive bottle. You're going to need all three of these when it comes to the actual installation, so set those to the side for now. Alright, and here's a good look at everything that's included inside of the packaging. Before we start, we're going to take a look at the instructions and then power off the phone. I mean, this is a wet application, so I like to turn my devices off before I actually put the liquids on. You'll start by placing your phone inside of the bottom tray. Next, I'll open up the installation kit, and as you can see here, there's a level, some dust remover stickers, a microfiber cloth, and you're also going to get 3 alcohol pads. You'll start by cleaning your phone using the alcohol pad, and this thing's actually pretty wet, and you guys can see just how long I'm actually taking to clean the display. I'll speed the install up just a little bit, but I do want you to have a good idea for how long the process actually takes. If you don't have time to do this, I'd say don't start the process until you have about a good hour or so where you can sit down, do the install, and wait for it to dry. Make sure that you thoroughly dry the display using the microfiber cloth, and once you're done with that, you can go ahead and look for dust. If there's any dust or lint that you find, use the dust removing stickers to handle that. Because this protector fully adheres to the display, you're going to want to make sure that there's nothing left there before you actually put the glass down. Make sure that you take the time and fully clean the display. Now this next part got a little bit tricky for me. You're going to take the top portion of the tray and snap that down to the bottom. And I mean snap, there is a snap there, you'll know when it's fully in place. So make sure that you actually snap the top of the tray to the bottom. Everything lines up nicely, so you're not going to have any issues there. When you've got the top of the tray in place, you can take the bushing and insert that into the hole here that's in the center, and that's because that's what's going to hold the adhesive bottle in place. In the instructions, they tell you which end of the adhesive bottle is the top and the bottom. They want you to actually take the cap off the top end and screw that into the bushing here that's into the center. Once you've got that in place, you'll take the top off the bottom, and then that's what's going to allow the adhesive to flow onto the glass. As you're waiting for the adhesive to come out, this takes about 30 seconds, and they suggest that you wait the 30 seconds. I think I actually waited about a minute because I wanted to make sure that every drop was out of there. Next, you'll go ahead and remove the top tray, and I grabbed a napkin just to make sure that if there was any liquid left in there that it dropped onto the napkin versus dropping onto the actual display. Then you're going to install the align bars. You'll start from the bottom and place that align bar, and then you'll place the top. I did notice after I took off the top tray that I had a few more specks of dirt on my display. I used the dust remover sticker just to clean that up a bit before I actually did the install. Again, because I wanted to make sure that I didn't have anything on my display here. You'll peel the protective plastic off the bottom of the tempered glass. Once you've got those all set, you can go ahead and grab the lever, and where the blue tape is here on the bottom tray, that's where you're going to slide the lever in onto the display, and it stops at the appropriate place, so you don't have to worry about pushing it in too far. And then you'll use your alignment guides to go ahead and line up the protector. You'll start with the left side first, and once you've got that in place, then you can go ahead and drop the protector down onto the level. Now I was a little nervous here because I knew that I only would get one shot at this. Once you've got the tempered glass laying on top of the level, you'll want to slowly pull that out. And when you see that the adhesive has gotten about 2/3 of the way down, you'll want to pull it out the rest of the way. Before we actually get to the UV light portion, I do want to mention that after you remove the level, make sure that you let the protector take its time to adhere to the display. This should take about 80 seconds in total. I think I actually left it for about a minute and a half before I actually moved on to the UV lighting portion. But you guys, it takes about 80 seconds. You can do what you feel here. Next, you're going to take your Magic Mouse UV light and you're going to use that to cure the top portion of the protector. I think the light is automatically set to stay on for 20 seconds or so, but you want to leave this for 20 seconds during this process. Once the top is cured, you'll go down and cure the bottom half. I noticed that there's slots here along the edges of the bottom tray, so you can use that as a guide in terms of where you actually place the UV light. In total, this part takes about 40 seconds to do the top and the bottom. I actually left, I think, each portion about 30 or 45 seconds for the top and bottom. Once you finish this step, you'll take alcohol pad number 2 and you're going to actually clean the display again here. So you'll wipe down the display with the alcohol pad, then you'll take the microfiber cloth and you'll dry the display. And then we repeat the process. You'll start from the top again and you'll use your Magic Mouse UV light. You'll cure it for this time an additional 10 seconds. For me, like I said, I think I left every portion just a little bit longer because I wanted to make sure that this was actually working. Once that's done, you'll want to cure the bottom half. And again, I left it for longer than 10 seconds, maybe 20 or 30 seconds. So at the end of this process, I've used all 3 alcohol pads. I've cleaned the phone a total of 3 times, and I've actually cured the phone twice. So now the install is complete, and we can go ahead and take a look. I gotta say right now that this is the best looking protector that I've seen for the Galaxy S8 or the S8 Plus. Even for the S7 Edge, it feels awesome in the hand. It's very, very slick and clear. The clarity here looks amazing, and I don't even have the phone turned on yet. I know you guys are gonna be wondering about touch sensitivity and how does it work with different cases and things like that. So let me say this, get your questions ready for this particular protector. Leave them in the comments down below because there'll be a part 2 to this video. Just because this is a wet install, I like to let my phones fully cure for about 24 hours before I actually put a case on there. So I'll do that tomorrow. I'll also, by the end of the week, have an update on touch sensitivity and kind of how this protector fares. If you'd like to see a hardness test with this particular protector, I'll say this. If this video hits 100,000 views, I'll go ahead and use this phone for the drop tests and all those things that you guys like to see. So if you want to see that, make sure that you like and share this video. So that's it for now. I apologize that this video was a little long today, but again, I wanted you guys to get an exact sense for how long this process takes. There's a lot of things included inside of the packaging, and it's not a quick process. If I'm gonna throw a con out there, I would say the only con I see at this point is pricing. It's pretty expensive, and you're only gonna get one try to do this. So just keep that in mind if you're thinking about this protector. Right now, I gotta say I like it, and this one's probably not coming off my S8. Okay, so there you guys have it. What do you think of the Whitestone Dome Glass so far? I know you have tons of questions, and like I said, leave those in the comments down below. I'm going to try and answer as many of them as I can. I'm going to let the phone cure a full 24 hours before I actually put a case on it. But just know that it is powered back on. It's been a couple of hours now since I made the video. I haven't uncovered any issues so far in terms of touch sensitivity. And the clarity on this thing, let me just say, amazing. I mean, those blacks are inkier than ever. I've never seen anything like this. I'm super excited about this protector, and that's why I wanted to share this with you today. If you're new to the channel and you want to know more about this protector, I suggest you subscribe now. Welcome to the channel. As always, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next one.